Alrighty. Wait for some people to get in here. It is just me right now. Alrighty, we're gonna be talking about this depth chart. We're gonna get into some CJ Stroud. We're gonna get into some training camp. We got one person already in the chat. That is awesome. Appreciate it. Man, drinking a Paloma right now. Courage juice is always encouraged. Boys, how we doing? We are live. I want to get into what is going. Of course, it's Lumineer. What is going on, Lumineer? I appreciate it, my guy. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of The Lead. We are live. I'm going to get into a lot of the training camp ideas and rumors and news and everything that came. There was a lot that happened with the Houston Texans today. What's going on, little Jesus? It's with an L, not a V. It's all right. It is all right. We're going to get it right one day. All right. It is just fine. It's been getting confused since the dawn of the ages when I was a little itty bitty in kindergarten. It is all right. I've heard worse. I appreciate it. What is going on, everybody? Got 5 people in here watching so far. Let's continue to share it. Make sure everybody knows that I am live. Yeah, that autocorrect, man. Boy, be sending some weird stuff sometimes with that autocorrect, boys. Woo-wee. All right, man. So we're going to get into, like I said earlier, we're going to get into some of the depth chart. We're going to get into a lot of stuff that happened in training camp and all the news and rumors. There was all kinds of stuff that happened today and just man, we don't have a lot of time to get into it. So let's get into it. What is up, my guy? Let's go Texans. Of course, as always, if you comment, I'll show it. I have no problem. If you got questions, drop them in the comment section. While we're here, we got 6 people now watching. While we're here, I have 4 tickets available for Tuesday's training camp. If anybody is interested in going to Tuesday's training camp, that is tomorrow, mañana, all right? Mañana. If anybody wants to go, hit up the comment section. I'll send them your way. You want a ticket? You want 2? You want 3? You want 4? No matter. I'll throw them at you. Just throw your email. We'll get that all situated whenever we get there. But what I want to get into right now, and I want to get into this right here, and it is the depth chart. And we're looking at it right now, boys. And man, the unofficial depth chart, let's get that straight. So a lot of things are moving parts. A lot of things can change. So the depth chart right here, we're looking at it. CJ Stroud, QB1. Let the Lord, the prayers, the heavens have split. CJ Stroud, you are QB1. We appreciate you, D'Amico. Look, man, we are excited. We are hyped for everything that is going on. We got DP, all right, Devin Singletary. These are a crap ton of running backs. And then, and I was in a group chat in one of my group chats. They were like, dude, that's a lot of running backs. I'm like, this offense loves running backs. Well, are they all going to get playing time? Special teams happens too. So whoever's the big contributor to special teams, these running backs, one of these guys, or actually 2 of these guys are going to get cut, maybe practice squad. I wonder what Valladay does. I wonder if he's a practice squad guy or is he going to be a cut guy? Who knows? Who knows? Because all the running backs, from what I've seen at training camp, they all look pretty solid. All right, and I'm talking about Mike Boone and on. All right, now DP and Singletary, they're in a class of their own. Whoever the third running back is, we don't know quite yet. Lots of competition to go with it. Then you got the wide receivers. You got Robert Woods and Nico Collins. And an unofficial slot receiver, I want to say Tank Dell. Noah Brown has flashed at Texans training camp, and some local media have claimed him to be possibly the best wide receiver they've seen in training camp. Hutchinson's still there. John Mechie's still there. I think it's between Mech, Tank, and then a Noah Brown. If I got to put my money on it, that's exactly what I'm looking at, is those 3 guys right there. Then your tight ends, they have Dalton Schultz. They still got TQ as a backup tight end. unsure. He was practicing, well, not practicing, but he was moving around, excuse me, for today at Texans training camp, moving around, doing some routes, nothing too heavy. He didn't dress up for practice, but he was out there, and that's a good sign. Brevin Jordan, I believe, is still hurt. A lot of love for an Eric Tomlinson and Mason Schreck. Those are your other tight ends that you have. The other guys, I don't see them making the team, but Tomlinson and Schreck are one of those two guys seem like they're going to be your third tight end. When you go to a 49ers offense, you look at their depth chart, they carry 3 tight ends and a fullback. Shout out to Jair for giving me that information. If you don't follow Jair, make sure you are. Former Texans Unfiltered guy. Oh, yeah, he gives you all the good info. Offensive line, and we'll get into Titus Howard in a little bit, but Laramie Tunsil, Kenyon Green, Juice Craig, Shaq Mason, Titus Howard, I mean, duh, like this is a no-brainer. We all knew this should be the offensive line, and, regardless of what happened to Quisenberry, hopefully he has a speedy recovery. I always believe that Juice Scruggs, and we all believe that Juice Scruggs is the better center, all right? So, let's get it on, man. We're going to have George Fant at right tackle. And let me calm down some Texans fans right now. Let me calm y'all down because there is a lot of people that are going crazy about George Fant right now. And, hey, man, George Fant is just fine. He is a solid tackle, one of the better leftover tackle options that was out in free agency. And now we're looking at it now, and the Texans made an underrated signing, an underrated move, actually, grabbing George Fant. Now he's going to be starting. He was placed with the first team reps today in training camp. He was already working alongside the rest of the ones, as you see. So, hey, good for him. I have no problem whatsoever with it. The run game's going to go crazy. Absolutely. We got numerous rounds of running backs. Davo is in here. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to keep it down from Davo. Davo gets a little too excited, but we're down to party, man. I'm drinking a Paloma, homemade, by the way. All right. Because damn it, I love me some alcohol. There's nothing wrong with it. I live in H-Town and behind enemy lines in KC. Dude, hold it down, all right? Hold it down for us Texans fans, all right? Make sure you tell them Chiefs fans, they want to talk their noise. They got the Super Bowls. They got the 24-0 on us. We're on the come-ups. Let them know now. Let them know. There's an hourglass, and it's ticking. And the Houston Texans are coming. You tell them, Jesus. God damn it. Have you seen Brandon Hill at training camp? It just seems like no one has been talking about him. I know at the beginning, I believe he was going through some sort of a small injury or whatnot, because I know he didn't dress out near the beginning of training camp. Not quite sure what has happened since. I've seen his number out there, but in terms of safeties, I mean, it's a lot of Jimmy Ward, Jalen Petrie. That's a cop-out answer there. After that, MJ Stewart has looked good. He had a pick 6, actually, on Davis Mills. Probably was Davis Mills. I'd probably pick 6 Davis Mills. Let's be real. I mean, who in the comment section, tell me yes or no. Have you picked off Davis Mills? Let me know right now in the comment section. I'm pretty sure someone in the comment section has picked off Davis Mills. I know we have. Let's continue with the depth chart. We got the defense now. As you see, Will Anderson is the starter. Duh, no brainer. Malik Collins, Sheldon Rankins, duh, no brainer. Now, the biggest question was who was going to play opposite of Will Anderson on the defensive end. We got Jonathan Grenard right now. A lot of people were saying Jerry Hughes. I don't mind this. I think Jonathan Grenard made sense to play opposite of Will Anderson. At the end of the day, though, this is going to be a rotation. Jerry Hughes had a magnificent year last year for you at his age. I still question whether or not he can duplicate that kind of a season, but you're with DeMeco Ryans, and let me tell you, DeMeco, he's going to sprinkle that pixie dust. He's going to sprinkle that good-ass barbecue seasoning, that hush-hush barbecue seasoning that your uncle or aunties are not telling you about, and that's what DeMeco Ryans got. He got that pouch, all right? And we're not talking about drugs, all right, boys? We're talking about good barbecue seasoning, all right? And it's a secret. And hey man, it's effervescent right now. Whether it's hopefully a Jonathan Grenard, a Roy Lopez, my boy Big Sexy, Roy Lopez, hit me with the salsa dance, everybody. Oh yeah, hit me with the salsa dance. Oh yeah, he is banging. And I don't mean that bad sexually. He is banging, all right? He is on the observation list for multiple local media outlets. He has been a really good player in training camp. I know a lot of people don't look at the nitty gritty when it comes to the defensive line and the offensive line, but that is where, the cliche comes in, starts in the trenches. I mean, cool, that's fun. And they're right. It does start in the trenches. It's good to see Roy Lopez that he can add that depth that you need. Hassan Ridgeway knows the scheme, so he should be in here. You got a Jacob Martin. There's Jerry Hughes right there. Curious to see who else comes out of this. I like Dylan Horton. He can play inside and outside. The versatility is helpful there, as well as Thomas Booker. More going to be inside with D'Amico Ryans. After that, I don't know who else is going to be in there. I know they got Chase Winovich in the offseason. Haven't quite seen much of him. So I'm still quite wondering who else is going to be there. It could very well be Chase Winovich. Who knows? You got a group of 3 linebackers. And my boy, Cash Money, Blake Cashman is the starting Sam linebacker. I am stoked about this. Blake Cashman has been exactly what his nickname has been, Cash Money. He has been lights out in training camp. He had a back-to-back deflections against CJ Stroud and Davis Mills. Almost had an interception on Stroud. The next day, he gets the interception on Stroud. Cashman has been your best coverage linebacker, arguably, I will say, because, Will Harris, pitcher for the Astros. Get that bum out of my life. Christian Harris, all right? Christian Harris has been, I would say, probably a better coverage linebacker than Blake Cashman, but I like to give Blake Cashman his flowers. I don't have no problem doing it whatsoever. Him, Perryman, and as you saw, the aforementioned Christian Harris. The linebacking group is solid. It is not bad. Henry To'oTo'o, I still believe To'oTo'o has a chance. Not right now, but I still believe halfway third, maybe 3/4 of the way through the year, I still believe To'oTo'o is going to have an opportunity to play and become an eventual starter this year. I have a feeling about it. D'Amico Ryans loves him. He's attached to the hip with Christian Harris. They're best friends, obviously, but he just never leaves Harris's side. D'Amico's always working with him. We saw the video with him, D'Amico showing To'oTo'o how to punch the ball out, lift the elbow up, and told him, hey, we're going to have to show you some Fred Warner clips. And boys, don't that get you excited? That gets you excited. That gives me another sip of the Paloma. Let's get in there. Davo says he'll keep a PG-13 for the YouTube. No. Fuck it. We're all right. Funky monkey. All right? There ain't nothing wrong with keeping it rated R. All right? I'm drinking an alcoholic beverage. All right? There's nothing wrong with it. I'll cuss a little. I got a little excited. I get no problem with it. All right, we got Lumineer saying go get some intel for us. Yeah, man, go be New England Patriots style, all right? Just because we are eliminating the Patriots South kind of montage for the Texans doesn't mean, we don't like to take some stuff from our Astros. Yes, and I'm rubbing my nipples a little bit. My nipples are not right there, though. They're a little further out. And we're going to continue and get away from this awkward situation. The hands are off now. The Houston Astros, we've been caught cheating, and maybe the Texans might have to copy that as well. Okay, I'm not encouraging anything, but with a little good juice, things can happen. I have no problem with us going and spying like the Patriots on other teams, especially the Super Bowl champs and the Kansas City Chiefs. I am loyal to my Texans as well as I am. Who would have thought Cashman would step up? Not me, man. And he played well with the New York Jets, actually. His problems were injuries. And that's going to continue here. Like, just because he's been really good at camp. We still need to see it translate onto the field. We don't know exactly what he can do on the field. The preseason game, my eyes are going to be glued to Blake Cashman defensively. And of course, little Roy Lopez. I'm going to get my little salsa dance going, all right? Let me get it on again. All right, Blake Cashman, Cash Money, he is that guy. We will be getting into preseason in just a minute, Tony. I know we are eager, we are hyped, we are excited. With with a little courage juice, we could do about anything that is possible. All right, the Houston Texans face the New England Patriots this Thursday. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing a little Twitter Spaces with Ruben. I tried getting Ruben on the live, but he's just not answering, man. He's just not answering. I don't know. Let me check. Nothing. Fuck him. That's why. Yeah, we'll drop a little Dave Chappelle quote right there. We're going to continue with the depth chart. And as we move into the secondary, as we all know, Desmond King's your nickel. Your backup nickel is Tavierre Thomas. Both guys have played very strongly in the nickel slot position. That's a burp. Derek Stingley, Steven Nelson. That's your cornerback 1 and 2 right there. You have Shaq Griffin, who, again, just adds more depth. You can never have enough good corners. Never. In today's league, the modern league of passing every single thing that's out there. Pass this, pass that, pass behind your back, pass with no eyes, Mahomes. You can never have enough secondary. So having Shaq Griffin be a significant depth piece on this team, yeah, hit him with the LA Knight. Shout out to LA Knight. Yeah, winning that battle royal. Anybody saw SummerSlam? Drop it in the comments. I was stoked with SummerSlam. I was a little uneased about the ending. Jimmy Uso. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have a Jimmy J match. Okay, that's all right. I mean, I don't know. I needed something. I think Bloodline's starting to get a little stale for me. I hate to say that because then they reel me back in with something crazy. Let's get back into the secondary as we see the safeties: Jimmy Ward, Jalen Petrie, MJ Stewart, who I mentioned earlier, had a pick six. I believe it was on Davis Mills. Again, if anybody had a pick six on Davis Mills, drop it in the comment section. Eric Murray is your other guy. I'm not a big fan of Eric Murray, but hey, who cares, right? I will say Graylin Arnold, special teams guy, I believe. Tyree Gillespie, 43, is a number that I consistently see in training camp. And it's either good or bad. He's just always, he catches the attention. He had one where, he was doing a drill and he slipped on the drill. And we were like, someone asked, who's 43? And I said, don't worry about it. Because, come on, man, slipping on a drill, that's not good. But then you see him in the rest of training camp. He's making plays. I see his number a lot. So who knows? Brandon Hill, though, I know someone had asked earlier about him. I haven't noticed the number a lot. You go to numbers. I don't notice 36 a lot. I will say in the secondary, and you see him slated as a fourth corner, keep your eyes on Jacoby Francis. That is someone that D'Amico Ryans talked highly of in OTAs. He's constantly working with Corey Unlin, Derek Stingley, and Tavierre Thomas. And those two guys, Stingley is good to work with. Tavierre Thomas is good to work with. Corey Unlin is your secondaries coach, an assistant secondaries coach. He's constantly been working with Jacoby Francis. It seems like every day in camp, they work on coverage assignments. If someone's crossing, this is what I need you to do. If you're if you're playing the flat as a corner, if you're playing, in the middle or far deep as a corner, and someone's crossing, this is what you do. This is what you do. So that's what Corey Unlin's been doing. He's been messing with the coverage assignments, and Jacoby Francis is always there, and he's always talking, and good talking, not like trash talking. Unlike, Jimmy Ward and Jalen Petrie, they do a lot of trash talking. All right, but Jacoby Francis is somebody that I've noticed a lot. He's going to be on a YouTube channel, Texans Fan Battle, by the way. He's going to be on their YouTube channel. That should be a really solid episode to see what he has to say. Obviously, we got the punter, Cameron Johnston, #Bill Burke. We got the kicker, Ka'imi Fairbairn. number 15. I asked Kaimi Fairbairn about the number change. A little under the hood news here. He said he couldn't say nothing. So there's your news, everyone. He couldn't say nothing. He couldn't disclose it. But I did tell him, are you going to get C.J. Stroud back on a little rookie hazing, on a little take him out? He's going to take the boys out to dinner. And he said, oh, yeah, we're going to get him back. So C.J. Stroud's going to be having to pay that bill sooner or later. And boys, offensive linemen eat. All right. I know Kaimi Fairbairn. He's probably going to eat a goddamn salad or something. Them offensive linemen are going to freaking eat. They're going to eat $500 each worth. All right. So there's nothing else there in the special teams besides the GOAT. You got the GOAT, John Weeks. There's nothing wrong with him. All right. He looks swole in camp. I am not going to lie with you. He looks swole as hell. I was like, dude, that's John Weeks. Slim down. He ain't chubby. He got rid of that dad bod a little bit. And man, he looks good. And I'm comfortable with my sexuality to say another man looks good. Okay. I got no problem saying that whatsoever. All right. We got Texans 23 record prediction. Ooh, Aaron, let's see. Record prediction. I still believe they're winning 7 games. Now, the hot take for me and the hot, spicy take is that they could win the division. I definitely can see it. They have all the makings this year to winning the division. They have, but everything's got to go right, though, right? Excuse me. Let me take another sip of the courage juice. Hey, a Paloma, if nobody knows, grapefruit soda. You get you some lime juice. You get you just a little bit of grapefruit juice. Add you some tequila, your favorite tequila. It don't matter. Your favorite tequila, add about an ounce or 2 ounces. I had it on the rocks, but it's been sitting here for a while. So now I'm drinking it just straight. And it's starting to hit a little harder the more I drink it. So I'm going to put it back down. But I am going to finish this. I am going to finish it. And I know, Leo, I saw SummerSlam in shock that Jimmy screwed Jay. That was shocking. But like as soon as you saw the figure, I was like, oh, that's Jimmy. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, you're going to have a good match between the two. Main event Jay and I guess mid-card Jimmy. Is that his nickname? Mid-card Jimmy? I don't know. But overall, SummerSlam wasn't bad. I thought the best match, and I know people are going to be like, oh, you're going to say that's the best match? Because I have had some people say that. I thought the best one was the triple threat women's match. I was stoked to see Io Sky cash in that Money in the Bank. I was hyped. Seeing Bailey is always a plus on my television screen. That's no problem. Then Dakota Kai came back. They had a good feel-good moment. I was like, yeah. And I know Ruben. He likes himself that little shoddy Io Sky. I know that. Houston Texans all day, every day, boys. It's always H-Town here. All right, it's always all Houston all the time. Texans, Astros, Rockets. I'm all with it. And I know a lot of y'all aren't Astros or Rockets fans, but that's fine. That's fine. As long as you fuck with my Texans, I'll fuck with you just a little bit. Just a little bit. That came out wrong. Pause. Anyway, let's continue. So we got into the depth chart. That is the first unofficial depth chart, as you see, according to Patrick Storm. You see Maxo here, holy tight ends. Pause. Huge pause. Holy tight ends. That's not a great thing to say, but whatever. We are going to continue. We got the breaking news earlier today with DeMeco Ryans slipping up with CJ Stroud announced as QB1. And that was exciting. We got to see CJ Stroud take 100% of the reps again today. We also got the announcement slip up. He announced to the national media, not the local media. So I understand some of the local media is a little upset about that. They could be a little triggered about that. I understand. You want to be told first. You just talk to the local media. Then you went to the NFL Network and tell them, oh, yeah, see, this is the whole scheme we're running, guys. Like, oh, dude, what the hell? We just missed out on the scoop, So, but CJ Stroud, he is going to be QB1. He's going to start the game out. He's going to get reps. He also mentioned that Davis Mills is going to get reps too. So it's going to be interesting to see how long CJ Stroud is out there. He's still a rookie. He's still learning. I would like him to get a good amount of reps. I would not mind him getting a first quarter. I would like that. I know some people on local radio had mentioned, 4 series. Okay. Okay. I could deal with that. I could deal with 4 series. I could deal with that. No problem for me. No problem for me whatsoever. CJ Stroud, this has been a long time coming. If anybody's been following me for as long as uh, they know that I've been banging on the table, knock on wood, and this is wood. I've been banging on the table for CJ Stroud to get not only 100% of the reps, but to also get that QB1 week 1 in the preseason. He deserves it. There's no point whatsoever to have this quarterback competition. There's no point. We all know who the better quarterback was. We all know who the better quarterback is. It's CJ Stroud. Thank goodness gracious that this is happening the way we want it to happen. I don't know what I would have done if I saw that damn long neck son of a gun trotting his ass out there against the New England Patriots in the preseason. I would have been a little upset. And I know it's preseason, Harley. Calm down. I get it. I get it. But I want to see CJ against, I want to see him in the first play in the game. Is it run or pass? Just sit on the corner of the peripheral vision there. It's going to be a run. This Texans offense, now I'll be honest with you guys. We got to remember what this offense is. And this is a Kubiak offense. This is a Shanahan offense. And we know they like to pound the ball down. All right. They like to run. D'Amico Ryans is a defensive guy. Don't be shocked to see the Houston Texans play good defense and run the ball heavy. And there's nothing wrong with it if it's a good formula to have. As you saw, I don't know if anybody saw it earlier. Play action pass would be nice. I don't know if anybody saw earlier, but The Athletic, if anybody follows The Athletic, they had a tweet today, shocking, by the way, absolutely shocking, that the top 10 defenses coming into this year. And at number 10, our Houston Texans, boys, let's go. Our Houston Texans at number 10. That was shocking to me. I did not expect that. I do not expect the national media to give us any sort of credit, any sort of due. I'm still waiting on Stephen A. Smith to apologize his sorry ass talking about the Houston Texans and firing black head coaches and that no black head coaches should go over there, none whatsoever. Like, I'm still on that. All right, I'm still on that. The national media, I do not give a damn about what they think about the Houston Texans. But when it's a positive statement, I have no problem with it. And being number 10, along with other top defenses, they are entrusting that D'Amico Ryans has the plan, has the blueprint to change this Texans defense from, they were, I believe, bottom 5, obviously, into a top 10 defense. That right there is shockwaves to me. That would be exciting. And we all know the secondary is going to be what's elite in this defense. I really, truly believe that. I know everyone shits on me about Derek Stingley. I get it. I understand it. Every time you show a Derek Stingley highlight, well, damn it, he's getting burnt. Hey, man. There's no safety over the top. They're one-on-one, and Derek Stingley's with them step by step. Derek Stingley, I'm telling you right now, Stingley is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. There's going to be a lot of people eating crow. I'm telling you that right now. Derek Stingley will be a Pro Bowler. Now, I do believe he can dance around that All-Pro kind of, I believe he can dance around All-Pro. But at the end of the day, Derek Stingley did not give up a red zone touchdown, nor did many opportunities were thrown his way, and he had injuries. He's got to stay healthy. That's his big thing. And health has been an issue not just last year, but in college as well. And that is what's going to be the biggest issue with a Derek Stingley. But there's nothing against his athleticism, the play that he can bring to the secondary, along with a Jimmy Ward, along with a Jalen Petrie, along with a, oh my goodness, Steven Nelson, arguably the best cornerback in training camp. The secondary is going to be elite. Dare I say the secondary can be a top 20, top 10 secondary in this league. They were top 20 last year with that Jurassic ass dude in Lovie Smith. I know that dude is from the Jurassic age. He had that beard all the way down to here looking like Santa Claus. No, looking like a damn Neanderthal. All right, the Houston Texans had a top 20 secondary last year with that bum. Now imagine what they can do with a D'Amico Ryans in a revamped front seven. Will Anderson, Jonathan Bernard, Roy Lopez, Malik Collins, Sheldon Rankin. So, we got pieces to the puzzle. We got a lot of it. So I do believe this team, they can make some noise. This is a lot of underrated moves. These are a lot of underrated players that can ultimately contribute to this team becoming not only a 6-7 win team, but maybe push themselves into an 8-9 win team. I think 9 wins, 10 wins is crazy to me. If I see double digits after the year we had last year, I'm going bonkers. I'm going insane. I don't think it could happen. I think that's just too big of a leap, but there's a lot of worst to first teams, and it happens every year in the NFL. There's always worst to first, and I'm telling you right now, worst to first teams happen every single year. And when I look at the Jaguars, what did they do this year to improve? Now, besides being in a second year under Doug Peterson, and ultimately, they're going to have the experience, another year under his offense, Trevor Lawrence learning the offense with another year under his belt, having some of that playoff experience. I get all of that is helpful to that team. But I was with Ruben, and we had Glover Quinn on the Believe in Texans podcast. Make sure you're tapped into the Believe in Texans podcast. Yes, we had Glover Quinn. Yes, he's a former Houston Texan. And yes, he said that he thinks the Texans can win this division. And yes, he said that the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're going to Jacksonville Jaguar. And we all know what that means. This team with the Jaguars, they're always just, I don't know. There's always that if something's going to happen, it's going to happen to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who do we know? Glover Quinn says it. Hey, I don't think the Jaguars, they're missing something, right? The Titans, I just don't trust the offensive line. They got a lot of good pieces around the team. I love the addition of DeAndre Hopkins. The defense is really solid, but they're relying a lot on Ryan Tannehill, as well as that defense, as well as a Derrick Henry. Excuse me. And then you move into the Colts, and then we move past the Colts. The Colts don't have nothing. The Colts have nothing whatsoever, all right? They got arguably the best player in the division, and they're going to trade him. They can trade Jonathan Taylor. And let me tell you right now, Ross Blacklock, who blocked me on TikTok, absolutely hates me apparently because I posted that video of Usher saying, oh, no, of Ross Blacklock being picked before Jonathan Taylor. And damn it, I hated it. I did not want Jonathan Taylor, by the way. I wanted an Antoine Winfield. I really liked him. I had no problem with Jonathan Taylor. Now, don't get me wrong, but I got blocked. I got blocked by Ross Blacklock. Now, full circle, we could have Jonathan Taylor out of the division. That would be stoked. That would be freaking awesome. And I would not bat a tear whatsoever. Let's get into some of these comments, boys. We're going to ball, and that's all I'm going to say. Look, hey, man, the Bless family, you know what it is, dog. We already know the Houston Texans, they're an underrated team this year. I'm trying to tell everyone. Boys, get your tickets right now to this D'Amico Ryans Houston Texans train. Choo-choo, get on the board. Everybody get on. It's the Polar Express, but this time we're going to rename it. And we're renaming it from back to way back when, a decade ago. The Bulls on Parade, D'Amico Ryans now, former player, head coach. He is leading the charge. You got a Will Anderson, you got a Jalen Petrie, you got a Jimmy Ward, a revamped defense. They're talking shit. New offense, Bobby Slowick, Gary Kubiak style. We're going to get it on. The Houston Texans are on their way. They are on their way. Just don't think it's going to happen this year. I just don't. I know I got y'all high up right now. Y'all are veined up. Y'all bricked up right now. I know it. I know it because I'm a little bricked up too. I ain't gonna lie. I got myself a little excited about that. But the Houston Texans, the Houston Texans, I don't think they get that division this year, but that is why it's a hot take, right? I still do believe they're touching 7 wins. I think that's an easy 7 wins. I think is the easy one for them. Let's see. Waj with the pass rush will help the secondary too. Absolutely. The big thing is not only him. I want to see who else is it going to be besides Waj, because it's obvious we know Will Anderson is going to have an impact in this league. We know that. The rest of the teams are going to know that too. And I need to know who else. And I know opposite of him is Jonathan Renard. I need to see him return to what he was 2 years ago. He played magnificent 2 years ago. Injuries have hindered the progression. I've heard good things from him in training camp, along with the Miko Ryans, giving him that son of God touch, like, oh my goodness, hallelujah. So hopefully, because teams are going to recognize Will Anderson, double team Will Anderson, and then they're going to go, okay, well, this is what, if we could just double team him, chip him for running back, chip him for tight end, and not worry about anyone else. So we got to see a Jonathan Bernard. We got to see a Jerry Hughes. We got to see Malik Collins, who's really good against the pass, take a lot of that pressure off of Will Anderson. The defense take a lot of pressure off the offense so CJ can be more comfortable. Yeah, audio 890. I definitely believe it. The defense, if it's anything like the Athletic is saying, if we're a top 10 defense, then, that's just going to go a long way into the win column. And that's going to help CJ Stroud, like you said, because the offense is going to continue to get on the field. And the more times you're on the field with a Gary Kubiak, Shanahan type offense, boys, we're cooking. Terrence Johnson, boy, he says we can win the division. Hey, man, I have no problem with it. I could agree with that. I could agree with it. I just don't know if it's going to happen this year. I want to believe it, though. I really do. I'm going to have to drop a little spit and fire and not hot take little YouTube short on that real quick. Yeah, double digits out of the question. We are a 6-9 team. I just don't think we're hitting double digits, but who knows? I could be wrong. I still believe this is a 7-win team, and they can ultimately, if everything goes right for them, hit that 9-win plateau, maybe even creep their way into an AFC division title. Anybody? Oh, yeah, I'm drinking to that, boys. Oh, yeah, I'm almost finished with this thing. Lumineer says, look at the Giants. One coach changed everything. Yeah, we saw Brian Dabble. He brought in a coaching staff that he actually had no relationship with. Not a lot of connections drawn to his coaching staff. Really effed me over by making a whole coaching staff tweet around him. And he went, you know what? F you, Harley. I'm going to pick different people. So, yeah, it could definitely happen. We've seen many worst to first teams in the NFL every single year. Louis says we just lost 7 games by 1 score. This is a very good point. Could have been 7 wins last year. I think 10 isn't too far-fetched. That is a very good point. And you're looking at a team that was absolutely garbage last year. Dog water, garbage juice, every synonym there is. But they only lost 7 games, as he said, by 1 score. So how bad was this team? That means to tell you that there are pieces to this team that are going to benefit with a new head coach, with a new offensive staff, in a new defensive staff, and you fix this, whatever, a lot of these third-year guys, Nico Collins, Garrett Wallow, Roy Lopez, these guys are going to have to figure it out, especially Nico Collins. I think Roy Lopez is going to have the biggest impact from that draft class. Nico Collins still has to prove it to me on the field. I've seen this too many times from him in training camp, but this year it's been a little bit different, maybe because it's CJ Stroud, and I have a lot of confidence in him in this offense. But I still believe Roy Lopez is going to be the biggest impact from that draft. And man, that draft is not looking good when we think about it. Joe Ramirez, thumbs up back at you, buddy. Boop. Bro could have beat KC, but of course, Mills fumbles. Yeah, man. I'm not going to worry about that. Will Anderson will be the difference. Absolutely. He is that dude. Waj is that guy. He is an absolute monster. He is a defensive juggernaut. He is that main piece that you traded for, and you're absolutely going to get. Leo, I will tweet back at you. I will hit you up on the DMs. You got yourself some tickets, buddy. I'll hit you up. I did see it. I've just been busy, my guy. I've been very busy. All right, Frank Z says defense will win us 3 games. Woo-wee. That's what did Hannah say? That's the D'Amico Ryans effect, baby boy. Man, shout out to Hannah. Shout out to Hannah and Joanna. Defense will win us 3 games. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. If they're going to be what the Athletic says, a top 10 defense, and granted they rank them 10, then ultimately, if they are a top 10 defense, then why not? Why can't they win 10 games? Why can't they win 10 games? Sorry, I got some stuff right now. All right. Why can't they, win 3 games? He also has a prediction, boys. Drum roll, please. He's got a prediction for the preseason. Frank, what you got? 17-9 Texans. Pats. That's a familiar score. I have no problem with that. I don't. 17-9. All I really need to see from CJ Stroud this preseason, we could get into that real quick. I just need him to have a solid game. I don't need him to be Superman. I don't need him to be super fantastic, just freaking dropping dimes everywhere. Yeah, would I love to see it? Will we love to see it? Absolutely. I just need CJ Stroud to have a good game. Just a solid game. It's getting his feet wet. It's his first time in NFL setting, against another team. Get your feet wet, get it going, and then we'll move forward from there, and we'll continue to progress as the preseason and training camp goes along. Another burp for me. Watch Defensive Player of the Year. Whoa, wait a minute, Louie, I know I'm not drunk yet. All right, I'm not drunk yet. I'm not smoking trees. I'm not eating shrooms. I'm not high off acid. But Louie, you need to tell me who your supplier is, because that's a little far-fetched. I like him for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I know Ruben, Mr. 713, has mentioned that he is pushing him to be Defensive Rookie of the Year and betting on him. I would bet that too. I do believe that he can be Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know about Defensive Player of the Year, man. That's a little rough. No problem, Leo. I'll hit you up after this live right now. Who do you think will be eating Booty-O's on Thursday? Let me tell you who's going to be eating a big old stack, big old bowl of Booty-O's. All right, let me tell you right now. Get close real quick. Let me tell you who's eating a big old bowl of Booty-O's. Gonna be the New England Patriots. Gonna be what's his name? Bailey Zapp. That dude already has been eating Booty-O's his whole life, being named Bailey Zapp or Zapp Bailey, whatever one, each fourth, back and forth. Zapp Bailey, Bailey Zapp, don't care, don't matter. You got that old man as a head coach coming out with a walker and grab the goddamn tennis ball underneath his damn walker, throw it to a dog, have his ass fall out of the goddamn sidelines. I do not care. The New England Patriots are going to be eating a big old bowl of Booty-O's, all right? And we are going to be led by Davis Mills. Second half. That is what's going to happen. I know I just turned. Everyone says, you know what? The live is over. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah. I can bang on that. Oh yeah. Pause. No, I'll bang on betting on him for being Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm definitely thinking about that. Texans win on Thursday. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Texans go undefeated in preseason. We did it with David Coley. We could do it with D'Amico Ryans, right? Can I get a hell yeah? Will Anderson going to be D-Roy, if not at least top 5 candidate? Yeah, I think he's I think he's D. Roy. And I think about other defensive rookies, and I'm like, okay, they got to be in a good situation, in a perfect scenario. Jalen Carter. I mean, there's so many other defensive guys on that team for the Eagles. I just don't see him, getting near that, getting near that defensive Roy conversation. I think if he's not one, Will Anderson, if he's not one, then he's most likely two or three. Want to see a tutty, but let him cook. I'm going to assume you're talking about CJ Stroud. Yeah, I want to see a tutty for sure. But I just want to see him confident. I want to see him moving the offense down the field. I want to see him, he's getting his feet wet. So I don't need him to go too wild. I don't need him. Hey, if he throws 3 touchdowns, he throws 3 touchdowns. And if he's throwing 3 touchdowns, boys, I'm telling you right now, I'm going live immediately after that freaking game. If he throws 3 touchdowns in 4 series, I'm going to tell you right now, the Houston Texans going to the Super Bowl if he does that kind of crap. All right, I'll tell you that right now. I don't give a damn. LMFAO, I know I'm a funny dude, man. I don't take myself too serious. I like to have fun. I like to drink a little bit. I've been drinking this courage juice, and it's getting me in trouble. Cheers to everybody. Oh, that was strong. Oh, that was a strong one. Stroud 20 touchdown season. Yeah, bang that over. Pause. Bang that over. Bang it all night long. All right, Stroud 20 touchdown season. Hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. Yeah, Stroud 20 touchdown season easily. I look at others, and I mean, Davis Mills had 17 touchdowns, 21 touchdowns. We had some dumbass tweet earlier today on Twitter that's like, oh, well, CJ Stroud, he's got to do 3 times as much as Davis Mills. I'm like, dude, so you want CJ Stroud to throw 48 touchdowns just so you can prove to yourself that he's better than Davis Mills? What kind of agendas are we pushing, man? Come on, get out of here with that crap. CJ Stroud, though, I do believe he's going to I think he's going to get over 20. Does he touch 30? I don't think so. 25 feels like a good over-under. 25 feels like a good over-under, a little 25 tutties. I would love to see 10 interceptions. Under 10 interceptions would be a godsend. That would be absolutely amazing. And everyone's dropping a hell yeah in the comment section. We absolutely love it. Everyone's going crazy. Mechie comeback player of the year. Absolutely. Fuck cancer. We don't give a shit about cancer. Fuck it. John Mechie, he's a guy that I'm telling you right now, John Mechie is creating expectations. And what I've seen from training camp from him, he has been absolutely fantastic. He looks nice. He looks bigger. I mean, simply to put it at that, he just looks bigger, and that's what we've seen in training camp. He shook Desmond King in one of those days. Desmond King's ankles are still on that freaking field out there. It was disgusting. We absolutely loved it. We were going crazy. Mechie looking diesel. Absolutely. I think he drinks it and shits it for breakfast. It's absolutely insane. Everyone's going crazy. We're having a good old time. Cheers to you, Frank. I just drinked it all. I'm sorry, buddy. But here's a cheers to you. Boop. There we go. Let him with that Ric Flair. Woo! There we go, baby. I could do better than that. Woo! There. Okay. There we go. Give me a few more drinks and I can hit a better Ric Flair. Petrie is about to go off this year. Absolutely. And me and Ruben had John Crumpler. Shout out to John Crumpler, the doctor. I am a surgeon. Don Crumpler. He was on the Believe in Texans podcast with me and Ruben. It was absolutely fun to watch and to listen to him. He's just very insightful, really good guy that talks Texans. If you're not following him, make sure you are. I believe it's at Texans Doc. I hope that's still the same one. I could be wrong about that. But Jalen Petrie, he mentioned as if anyone was going to have an all-pro season, it would be Jalen Petrie. Why? The amount of safeties and the amount of good to great safeties in this league is very slim. And he thinks that Jalen Petrie can definitely grab that all-pro title as safety. And I agreed with him. I said Derek Stingley just because I wanted to be a little bit different, but I absolutely agree with him. I think Jalen Petrie can be can be going after that All-Pro title. And boys, you get that, man, that boy be chirping in Texas training camp. He gets a fucking All-Pro on him, boy. Sign me up. Hit him with that Conor McGregor. Sign me up, boy. Damn, he's gonna be amazing. What's up, bro? Loving all your posts about our Texans. Keep it up, bro. Love Texans all day. One love, Julian. I appreciate it, my guy. I do as much as I can. I post as much Texan stuff as I can. I'm gonna get back into my Astros. There's just so much Texans content right now. I'll drop some Rockets videos as well for any Rockets fans I got in here. Astros, obviously, we had Jonathan Singleton get called up today. I already knew about that like 2 days ago. I am very plugged in with the Houston Astros. So if anybody has questions, let me know. I am very plugged in. But Jonathan Singleton did get called up today. Corey Joltz got sent down. So we'll see. Singleton should be with the team going to Baltimore. I don't know. Is he going to be with the team in Baltimore? I'm not quite sure. I actually don't know about that one now. But he did get called up. It was exciting. It's good to see a little full circle moment. 2015 is the last time he was in the lineup for the Houston Astros. So that's going to be fun. We're looking solid on D. Wait a minute. Pause. Anyway, thanks for all the updates, bro. Yeah, no problem, man. We are looking great on D. Oh, yeah. Little lip lick right there. Little lip bite, maybe. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's what we're talking about. A lot of people forget that we have a top 10 running back duo. Let them know, Leo. Let them know. Let them know. We got Dameon Pierce. We got Devin Singletary. Both of these guys are absolutely encouraging, and they're just such a big addition, especially Devin Singletary. What we've seen in training camp is he's a constant guy that's catching out of the backfield. They've done split backfield, which I wanted so bad. Split backfield, CJ Stroud in the middle, Dameon Pierce, and then Devin Singletary opposite sides. We had one play where they did a zone read, play action to Dameon Pierce. CJ Stroud rolls to Dameon Pierce's side as he's doing the play action, turns back around, and does a screen pass to Devin Singletary. Oh my goodness. So innovative. I have not seen the Texans be innovative. It's been a long time since I've used that word to describe the Texans, and Singletary broke it for like 20 yards. It was a beautiful, beautiful play. They had me. I'm looking at Dameon Pierce like, oh, well, where's the ball at? Man, damn down. You know, like, oh my goodness. It was absolutely crazy. It's good to see a Bobby Slowick offense with this team. It's fun. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. I honestly think we can win the division considering our defense was last year, and our division is ass. Yeah. I'm not going to acknowledge the Colts. They're a laughing stock right now to me. They have taken the baton from the Houston Texans at the moment. They're going to rely and put all their eggs in the basket that Anthony Richardson becomes this ultra mega star. And it could definitely happen. He has the athleticism. He has the tools. I'm not going to disagree with that. But, man, as a rookie, no JT, ooh, offensive line's a little I don't know, man. Defense looks decent. It still look okay. But they got a lot of patching up to do with the Colts. I'm not gonna acknowledge them right now. I'm not going to. I still think there's a lot of accuracy issues that I don't know if it's solved yet with Anthony Richardson and Shaden Steichen. What do we know? The Jags. Well, no, we'll get to the Titans next. The Titans don't really scare me. I think they're a solid team, but they just don't really scare me. Their defense is solid. The offensive line is atrocious. I mean, we're talking about god-awful offensive line. They literally replaced offensive lines with us. Like, that's what, like they just took whatever. They saw the Texans offensive line and they said, I aspire to be that one day. And that day is this year. They are not good. And they're putting a lot of eggs in the back. I love the addition of DeAndre Hopkins just because I'm a Hopkins guy, but, fuck Hopkins. Let me get that out of the way. But I do believe that it's helpful for Ryan Tannehill, makes his life easier. Traylon Burks actually looks really good in training camp. So them two, Derrick Henry, they got to rely on Tannehill. And that's where I'm like, I just don't trust Tannehill, and that's my biggest thing with the Titans. And then the Colts, I mean, not the Colts. What the fuck? Fuck the Colts. The Jaguars, I already said it already. I think it's beneficial that they're getting another year, obviously, with Doug Peterson getting more situated with it, playoff experience. But they didn't do nothing this offseason besides adding Calvin Ridley, you could say. Besides that, they didn't do nothing this offseason to improve the team. So I'm still a little hesitant on them. And as Glover Quinn said, Jaguars are going to Jaguar. He's got the wide receiver depth chart. Earthworm Slim, he's got it. Nico, number 1. John Mechie, number 2. Tank, number 3. Hutch, number 4. I can see that. I can see it. Robert Woods, though, is going to be your wide receiver, too. But I will say this. The personnel, the rotations have all been different for wide receiving groups. So, and Hutchinson is someone that we got to keep an eye on at the preseason game, actually, and training camp. He's been fantastic at training camp. We got to keep the eyeballs on him because he's going to be facing guys that are going to be fighting for a roster spot. I mean, for the Patriots, And if he can whoop their ass and eat their lunch, now you're talking because, you want him to separate himself from those nobodies, from those guys that are only third string, fourth string, some second string. And if he's eating their lunch, then you're going, all right, I'm feeling really good about that pick. And I already am. What's up, Harley? How are you, brother? I'm excited for Thursday. I start my first day of high school, and once I get home, I'm going to put on my fucking Texans gear and drink some nice, cool sodas. That's what we're talking about, Christopher. Christopher's keeping it PG. I have no problem with it. I love it. And, even though he did cuss in here, I'm going to tell your mama, no. It was good meeting you, Christopher. I believe I met you at training camp. It was nice. It was really good. I appreciate it, my guy. I appreciate you coming out, talking to me. Everyone else too, Lumineer as well. Anybody that saw me, hey man, I have no problem talking, shaking hands, taking pics, talking Texans, Astros, Rockets. I have no problem. I appreciate it. Rolling out the picket. I don't know what that exactly means. I'm going to continue. Can you tell us the depth chart? Oh, the depth chart. I already did it earlier in the live, but I'll go ahead and share the screen. So let's see here. How can I share it again? Here we go. Give me one moment. Bam. Did that work? Did that work? There we go, everybody. So there's the depth chart right there, the unofficial depth chart, at least, okay? But that should overall be what you're looking at for this week 1 preseason. The depth chart can change week 2 of preseason, but I don't think it does. Most teams don't change it too drastically unless something just crazy happens. Pearson, Singletary, both 1,000 rushing yards. No, I don't know about that. No. We're not getting 2,000 rushing yards from two. Now, all-purpose yards, yes. All-purpose yards are rushing yards and receiving yards. No, we're not having 2 running backs running 1K. I don't see that. I don't see that. Appreciate the comment, though. The depth chart will rip the whole AFC South thanks to the Texans. Yeah, fuck everyone. Fuck everyone else. Fuck the Colts. Fuck the Jags. Fuck the Titans. How you going to say fuck Hopkins, lol? Bro did a lot with us with no quarterback. Yeah. Fuck Hopkins, bro. Jags also have a harder schedule. I have to look it up again. I don't remember off the top of my head. I haven't really looked at schedules since the schedules came out, so I have to look back at that again. Who you think starting other side, outside linebacker, Blake, Henry, Christian, or etc.? So from the depth chart here, we got Denzel Perryman's in the middle, and then the 2 outside linebackers are going to be Christian Harris and Blake Cashman. Cash Money has been absolutely amazing. I said it already on the live. He's been fantastic. I absolutely love Cashman. Arguably your best coverage linebacker from what I've seen in training camp, and that's with Christian Harris. So those are going to be your 3 linebackers, and I have no problem with it. I still do believe Toa is going to get in that rotation some way, somehow. I think he becomes a starter maybe halfway through the year or later in the year. But in the beginning part of the year, you're going to see a rotation with Henry Toa in there because he's a really good coverage linebacker. And D'Amico's using him similar to how Alabama used him. And hey, that's a good sign, right? Absolutely. Do you see any of our receivers breaking for 1K yards? Damn, that's a tough question. It really is. Oh, man. Can Nico do that? I have no clue. Can Tank Dell do that? I mean, those are the two that I think of immediately. Is John? Oh no, I don't think John Mechie can do. That's just too high of expectations for me on John Mechie. Nico or Tank Dell is the two that I maybe could get 1K. And the wide receiving group is still going to be tough, but I do believe that yeah, exactly. I was about to say that. I'm looking at the comments now, but yeah, kilos. What now? We're not smoking trees up in here. I have no problem buying. What? 1K definitely. Dalton Schultz is getting 1,000 receiving yards easily. Slam dunk. Hit the over if it's under. Hit the over on 1K for Dalton Schultz. Yeah, Dalton, I see 100%. Obviously, I know I'm a funny dude, bro. I'm just hilarious. My goodness. Dalton Schultz, of course. I mean, obviously, I think he's going to be fantastic for this offense. I think the tight ends and we all know this, tight ends are what unlocked this offense for Gary Kubiak in his system. But I will say this. We keep saying Dalton Schultz. Don't forget about Vegan Quatoriano. And I know he should be back. And I don't know if he plays at all in the Thursday preseason game. I'm not sure. They probably keep him out. But he was running routes today, not practicing. Not practicing, not dressed, but running routes, looking better. And I think he's about to make a comeback to training camp. I don't think he plays Thursday, but TQ had some highlights for you at the very end of the year where you were going, whoa, who is this guy? In a very lone, bright spot, the loneliest bright spot. Okay, and I'm talking about a speck here for the offense last year because they struggled a lot. TQ made some huge catches for you. A guy that was a blocking tight end coming out of Oregon State. Oregon? Who close? Who cares, right? Fuck it. Anyway, Oregon State. I do think TQ can make some noise. I absolutely do believe that, Lumineer. Let's say I will say must-watch player to see in preseason against Patriots is wide receiver Xavier Hutchinson. Yeah, I need to see him eat some lunch. And you know what? Who is it? Flame. You know what I'm about to say. I don't know if you're still in that comment section, but Xavier Hutchinson, hey man, he gonna be eating some lunch. He gonna be eating them Patriots cornerbacks. He gonna be eating some bootios. All right, and he gonna be serving up bootios to the cornerbacks. That's what he gonna be doing. Xavier Hutchinson, I think, is gonna be really good. I need him to eat that lunch. I need him to take the lunch money. I need him to be a bully out there. I think he should be better than the guys he's going up against. I need to see it. Let's see. We already got through that. Still think TQ can make some noise. Absolutely. Who's going to be our cheat code? I think it's Dameon Pierce. I mean, and that's not even everybody knows what the cheat code is. It's Dameon Pierce. It's Dameon Pierce up the middle. It's Dameon Pierce to the left. Dameon Pierce to the right. And Dameon Pierce is improved as a pass catcher as well. He's got a few touchdowns already from CJ Stroud in the red zone. Little. Remember that play where you had the running backs go out, and then and the Texans defense would go, all right, we're gonna watch every single person on offense except that fucking running back, because we don't give a shit about you. And there goes the running back, flat, and the quarterback goes, oh, he's wide open. And it was a touchdown every single time. My goodness, Austin Eckler did that play like 3 times in a row and had 3 touchdowns. God damn it. And that hurt me in fantasy too, man. My goodness gracious. So DP's the cheat code. And everybody knows he's the cheat code. And all the teams know he's the cheat code. But the thing with a cheat code is you can't stop it. And that's what DP is. You can't stop him. The hammer, DP, he is for sure. the cheat code. I think my midseason Xavier could take overall #1 receiver. Man, there's a lot of local media guys that feel the same way. A lot of people are stupid high on Xavier Hutchinson. I'm stupid high on Xavier Hutchinson. I'll drink anything that man is serving me up. If he's serving whatever Kool-Aid it is, unless it's like blue raspberry. I hate blue raspberry. Fuck blue raspberry. Anyway, Xavier Hutchinson, I do believe, is that guy. And I think he's going to be a banger this year at wide receiver. Guys, this has been a fantastic live. We're already an hour into it. I was only going to do 40 minutes, but damn it, I just have too much fun going live with y'all. It's been a minute since I've done one by myself. I was going to be joined by Mr. 713, Ruben. So drop an L in the chat for Ruben, because what in the hell? Where are you, buddy? I'm calling out hope for you. So you know what? Screw you. It's all right. We'll come back again. I'll probably be live on his channel, and we're going to be doing amazing things. Make sure you're tapped into the Believe in Texans podcast, where anywhere you stream all your podcasting platforms. You can find it on Spotify, I believe Apple as well. L's for Ruben, double L's from Flame. Oh, bro's sleeping? No, man, there ain't no sleep. Sleep is for the weak. Sleep is for the weak. All right, sleep's overrated. Let's be real. L's in the chat for Ruben. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we're talking about. El. No problem with Roberto Niño. El. No problemo. Mijo. Ruben. What's going on, mijo? Come on, man. Wake the hell up, buddy. He never responded. He never responded. 4 hours. 4 hours ago. He wasn't. If he's sleeping at 4:30, that man's committed, I guess, man. That man's committed. That's what I'm talking about. Drop that L, chat. Drop that L. Drop that L. We all know what it is. I appreciate everyone for chiming in. Appreciate everyone watching. Don't worry about it, Leo. I am going to get you that ticket. Thank you for reminding me again. I appreciate everyone that chimed in. Make sure, if you're not subscribed, there it is. There it is. Yeah, there we go. @lead_HOU. Type it into your YouTube search engine, and you're going to be like, where the hell is this guy? Type in @lead_HOU. Exactly. And I will pop up. Make sure you're subscribed. Tell everyone else who the most energetic, who the most must-see YouTube Houston sports entertainer there is. Harley Dugan. I am that guy. All right, make sure you are subscribed. It's all Houston all the time. Astros, Rockets, Texans, because whose game is it? It's LA Knight's game. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed night.